All right, we're live, right on time. Hold. Oh, I can't say anything too egregious in the first 30 seconds, or I'm gonna get demonetized again. I went scrolling back through like half the playlist, and like half of these videos are like demonetized now. I didn't even notice. But hello everyone, welcome to the ranting hour. We rant for at least an hour, sometimes more, about stuff that I don't make into videos because I am lazy. I have no idea what we're gonna talk. That's not true. Oh, Nature's here. Before we get started, whether you're watching live or catching the VOD, my stream element isn't coming up in OBS. That's unfortunate. But regardless, like the video, subscribe, chat. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member for $1. Get some emotes. What else? If you want to check out more shenanigans, TCC Discord. Do not bring the cringe. We're usually in there, though. Every week I start calling for people to make more content. I'm showing some people off who make content, like my boy Multiracial Lion. Actually, I gotta give the intro. I had some jokes today. Well, I'm gonna welcome to the ranting hour the black and white friend from the Kanye slow jams, Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, head ass. Multiracial Lion. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty well, actually. Getting over being sick, feeling a lot better. Also, great song, hilarious.
Yeah. He glizzy guzzled some cigarettes. Apparently, he sounded like Solid Snake. We have the bean counter himself, the #1 proclaimed Jill Nabatsimp. He has not played FF13, but he has a spiritual connection with this woman. Anidra, what's up? He's on mute. Goddamn. I see Cross and Navarre laughing. They know y'all are some Negroes, man. I swear to God. Nidra, you're unmuted now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry I was late too. I was introducing my SO to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys have watched that show, but
I do.
I haven't, but I've heard it's good.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, definitely go check that out. But yeah, I'm sure we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'll pass it back to you.
Yep. And lastly, we have Necklord existing. I have nothing.
I'm good at that. I like existing.
Yeah,
he's very comfy.
Reverse Goose. I think he's coming out of his FF14 stupor. We haven't seen him in a while. He kind of fell off the fucking radar. How are you doing, Necklord?
I am back. I logged into Depot, just saw like the legion of notifications and new shit, and swiftly got the great sword in preparation for Cyan. I'm rejuvenated. I'm hyped again. It's close.
Yes.
I'm gonna have the most OP Cyan ever. But anyway,
it is. So again, I encourage everyone to hit the Quan on that like button. Drop down low and swing your arms. Been listening to that song all week. I forget what video I made that comment on. If you know that song, you know it. It do in fact be like that. I'm stalling, trying to get my OBS stream showing, or my chat showing. Oh, is that it? Chat? Cannot find your video on YouTube. Unfortunate. Well, crank that Lion King on the legs. Okay. I'm bringing it back. Mino might pop in here to commit some violence later. Never mind. Anyways, the first thing, well, actually, Lion, I'm gonna throw it to you because you wanted to talk about Vanille a bit.
Yes, actually. So a lot of people have been talking more and more lately about, where's Vanille, when she's showing up? Why hasn't Vanille come out yet? First off, most people who are doing that, you weren't going to pull for her anyway, because she wasn't very popular, and nobody likes Vanille outside of some girl, and maybe one other person that I've seen in the TCC Discord, but that's beside the point. Here's the thing, and I went back and checked my dates. Vanille is 2 months past due, based on when she came out in JP, because she originally came out in whose first cycle was that? I think it was Twins,
yeah.
Right. So for us, if she had been on time, she would have been a campaign character that came out in November, right? And we're getting these people who are wondering, where's she at? We still see absolutely no sign of this, and the time has come to stop huffing the copium and accept the fact that she's not coming until, was it next month with Layla?
Oh, you're taking a hard stance there?
And yes, absolutely. Like, why would you release her again and then have her. You know what I mean? Why would you have 2 appearances?
Your heart stance is noted.
Yeah, but
Get the
the
clips
flip
ready,
side of that is we put up with this for 2 months, but people can't have their "Where's my Xenos?" BT copium.
What do you mean? I'm confused.
How often? At Nidre as well. You guys are pretty hardline against the possibility of a global first Xenos BT, right? For anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's possible, but it seems very unlikely. There's no precedent for it.
Yeah, I'm in the camp as well. But continue.
I'm fully on Camp Xenos, I will say.
Any
I'm
askers?
hyped for
Anyone? Any
Xenos.
askers? Looking for them. Chat, can you find the askers? Did anyone ask Necklord? I'm curious. All right, just making sure. Anyways, go online.
But it's really popular to hate on the idea of there, being any kind of global first whatever for Xenos. But nobody is willing to step up and take that shot at all of the Vanille people who are asking about this literally daily. So I've decided that guy is going to be me.
I actually haven't seen. I'm curious where you're seeing the Vanille post, because all I've been feeling from the Vanille fans is despair. All the "Where's Vanille" lately seems like just despair. I don't see these people.
Really?
So if you see, I actually don't notice any of them recently. The only people I notice saying it are like Some Girl and fucking Goose. So I mean, if it is happening, I mean, I haven't seen them at all. But if they exist. I mean, it has been 2 months, so I'd like to give them some leeway there. I actually am of the opinion, or the theory, that Vanille might come on this exclusive event that we're getting, and she might be a new LD along with Noctis and Prompto. Yeah, that's what I'd bet on. Well, in one of the things my long shot is that they would put Vanille on this Noctis banner. Assuming it's Noctis, that is. And they would push Prompto 90 to the Layla banner for 2 dodge units on the banner so that the fight would be more accessible.
Well, I'd say, a lot of players have been debuffed with Despair and Copium.
Why are you like this?
And I think this discussion has dispelled that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I kind of just want to die now. Oh god. This is what playing
I couldn't help it.
14 does to you. Jesus Christ. All right. Lion, you're on the record saying you don't think Vanille's this month. Compendium did have an update saying that Vanille's passives or something were updated. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
Compendium, don't you fuck me this early. Just get it.
look at the data mines before you guess, dummy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just want to take this point and kind of transfer that to the general point, which is like, I think there are definitely people out there in the community who are like thinking about different ways this could go. BT first, this guy, that guy, whatever. But I think if you've been in Discord as long as BC and I have, looking at people talk about it, we're really just we want it to end, basically. That's what we want.
Yeah, but I'd also like to say it's never going to end, because as we've seen with Xenos, the goalpost will keep moving forever.
Yeah, in 2 months, people were like, "Oh, well, we haven't had a GL-first in a while." Xenos is coming.
People learn nothing from Smash Brothers. All Smash players ever want is to ask for the next thing. They don't care what they get. They just want to be fucking askers.
I forget where I said this. It might have been last week on this stream, actually. But as soon as Josh said that he didn't say we couldn't get a GL-first character again, the floodgates opened right back up. Like, we had this beautiful period where we didn't think there would be any more GL-first characters, and we couldn't appreciate it until it was gone. And now we're right back in the thick of it.
Wait. Something took its place. Wasn't it? Once they got rid of GL-first, supposedly, everyone was just guessing time travelers at that
Yeah, it was
point.
guessing time travel, but then we ran out of LDs to time travel, potentially. So,
And then it was FR partners.
Yeah, but oh god, right, FR partners. So but now we have both.
It never ends.
That was a fun
It never
phase.
ends.
We are
ends.
ultimately double worse off.
Yes, but
Starscream-
I'm saying, like, it's like what, throwing pebbles into the fucking sea. You can't fucking
Yes.
stem the tide, right? Like, people just want to ask.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what it is. They're gonna fucking like. There's no Smash player who will be like, once they add in this character, I'll stop asking. Because all they do is start asking for the next character.
Yeah.
They like to ask for impossible characters that'll never make it in, like Waluigi. just so they can meme.
Hey, why would
Like,
you
that's
say
all they
that?
want to do.
Watch
They
your
just
mouth.
want to fucking meme. They
Watch
don't
your
want
mouth.
anything of substantial,
Watch
like
your mouth.
anything. It's
I'm not hearing
fucking
any
memeing.
Luigi slander. Starscream asked, didn't we get a free 150 cores for Ultimate Weapons when they dropped on JP? I don't know. EJ, do you remember? Did you bean count those?
It was over a month. There was that weird lock event that you might remember, where it was like, oh, do like this.
Oh, you're
this-
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so over the month, I think we got more, but I think right now we're on pace for what JP had.
Yeah, rest assured, like, if we get any less than what we should technically get compared to JP, there will be a number cruncher that will appear on Reddit. There's people that are meticulous about it. We don't know who they are, but they do appear.
I wanted to save the number crunching for later, so I need to quell that energy. Thank you for the Vanille hate, Lion. We needed that.
Okay, one other point on Vanille that I wanted to make was a fun fact is that we're closer to Vanille's rerun in GL's timeline than we are to when Vanille originally ran. So
Maybe she won't even be run then. Never gets
truly
to
wishing pain on the
Has-
two Vanille
has anyone-
things.
Has anyone really noticed her absence? I haven't.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They killed all my incentive. Like, I was thinking about getting her for the LD call for the defense down, but now we're in C90. It's just like,
She would have been good here. She would have stripped Ifrit's region buff.
Yeah, but she would have done like 3 damage return. So
I mean, I feel like, you delay Setzer for a week and the world is on fire. You delay Vanille for 2 months and, like, everybody's sleeping.
yeah, I don't know where you're seeing these rabid Vanille fans, bro. Like, it all seems ironic to me.
I think you're making it up, Lion.
Oh, that's a hefty accusation from the biggest liar.
Is it? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. What are you thinking? Name names.
No.
No, I'm not doing that.
That's what I made up people.
He wouldn't do that, but I'm sure he.
I have
presides
slightly
over it.
more integrity than that, Mino.
Yeah. Ooh. I felt that.
But
one.
so Meggie, I know, is a legit Vanilla fan. So when she asked, she legit was gonna pull and max no matter what her kit was. So I feel for that.
Only one. Good evening. I missed the start. Was he late? Jesus. No, I wasn't. I was on time today. Sensor delay was in fact funny. People were losing their minds, but I also cannot believe that it's been 2 months. I can send a sea of Vanille copium. I don't want it. I don't want Vanille. Fuck that.
That month was a great month for hot
Belzak.
takes.
I'll name names. It's the City of DB Discord. Oh, okay. I'll be reading that. So okay, checks out.
Is that where Lion hangs out? The fucking DB Discord?
Maybe. You don't know me.
Damn.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. That's why it's a
Damn.
question. It wasn't a statement. It was an accusation.
You've got his
It was a
sources.
question.
He's a trusted source of not bullshitting.
Were you gonna
so-
follow me around Discord some more, Mino?
Yes, he is.
These are fucking source. Trust me, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
the
but
equivalent.
it works when you're credible.
Go back to your Final Fantasy 14 rating.
You go back to your Final Fantasy 14. You fucking started this episode with your fucking Xenoscopium. Like, hey guys, let's not hate on Xenoscopium.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Lion, are you a Xenos wanter?
Ugh. No, not really.
Okay. All right. 'cause
Wow.
I
I
He said
the
not
only
really,
Xenos
which
one to
means
hit.
some part of
Thank
him
you.
We're gonna
does
get
want.
a Final Fantasy 14 antagonist. I would much rather it be.
Don't
someone
say
like
fucking Emmett Selk.
or Gaius. That would be much more interesting.
Who's
I
the
think.
first one?
Emmett Silk or
Okay.
Gaius?
You
Okay.
motherfucker. That's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse than
Pope.
Xenos.
Dude,
And the
I-
Pope from Heaven's Word.
Yeah,
mean, it's
dude,
definitely better
I
than
hope,
that one
I hope they just
character.
add him, and it literally is just called the Pope. Like, just,
It's definitely a lot better than that one character in Final Fantasy 15 that showed up like 3 times and got a burst.
Oh.
Ravus.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the
the
one.
No, he's talking about core, right?
Y'all are ugly.
This is
bro.
getting dangerously
Oh.
close to Jill slander, which I
Alright,
would not
yeah.
put up with.
Emmett Selk.
I Nitra, I'm on board with you with Jill. I just want to go on
The
record.
character isn't important doesn't mean that they aren't important. Okay?
Yeah. To kind of paraphrase what Nidre said earlier today, none of these characters are important to me. I don't give a shit about most of, like 99% of the Final Fantasy roster. I just want hot waifus. Alright? That's way more important than fucking Tella. I don't care who the fucking your nostalgia bullshit. Some FF2 character.
The main reason I want Xenos in the game is so people will stop talking about Xenos. It's the Sora effect. When Sora got in Smash, then he was finally in Smash. Okay, then I can't
then
hear.
Then people started asking for Master
Unfortunately, the rabid FF14 fans are going to want the next 15 FF14 characters in line.
Oh yeah.
So that
They
it's not
won't
like
end.
it's gonna dissipate. Like Sora was the end, but like they're just that energy is gonna transfer like Urianger and fucking Ardbert and
Nobody
haven't even-
wants
they haven't even
Urianger.
finished
Get the
Silence.
fuck out of
you
here.
haven't been around enough FF14 fans who play this game clearly, because I see people
I
crying
just-
for Ardbert and Urianger all the time.
I just want
Why
Xenos
does this
to
always
release
become FF14? Why?
to
This
fuck
is Neo's
over
fault.
Emmett
It is
Self
Nina's fault.
fans.
I'm trying to
Fuck
think of
you,
some
Lion.
anime character
Fuck
where it's
you,
like
Lion.
they whenever they're in like you're in your presence, like something happens. It's like a bad luck character, but the bad luck is FF14. That's Mino. It's
I
just
mean,
like
it works in our favor too, though, because if we get enough of them, then I get Merwin, and then it's a win again, right?
Oh,
So-
Literally,
Oh.
Lion was the first person to bring up FF14
yeah,
today.
but
Why am I
you're like
always
the
being blamed for
amplifier.
this
Like you're
shit?
a
This
conduit
is
for FF14.
ridiculous.
You're a
He
conduit.
started the
FF14.
episode
You're the MMO conduit. That's what you are. You
talking
fucking-
about
Oh,
Xenos
what's that?
Goku.
What's that fucking character in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series that just always mentions America and like everything?
in America.
That's a big no. But
In
Hey,
FF14.
Necklord literally came into our voice. Dude, everyone's so much worse than me, and I'm getting blamed.
I think you're a ass. All right, moving on. I wanted to complain about the JP versus global quality of life for like 3 seconds. The fact that JP doesn't have the party use screen, although this is me being dumb. Bandit, yo, wow, y'all all watch.
These
Yu-Gi-Oh!
guys know, man.
Yeah,
Holy
they know.
shit.
Bandit Keith. Did I miss any balance? Yeah, probably. The no party use screen, the no points to master. Although I did figure out today that there's a sort by Ultima missions tab in the filters. You can do that. You can see who's not Ultima weaponed or Ultima mission. So that's cool.
Yeah, we can never read those filters. So
Yeah, we can
now-
never. I can even read the filter, so I never know how to use it. But it's nifty knowing that was there. Damn, there was something else. No hunts between the versions. It just kind of blows my mind. I talk about this all the time. But the lack of feature parity is
Friends list. is
yeah.
another
The friends list is a y'all think the GL friends list is bad, but the JP friends list is a complete meme. There's still no batch select, stuff like that. I don't get how you can mismanage a code repo so bad to where your different versions are like so out of sync, and even when you try and align them, then shit falls apart. Nidra, do you know any other features that are like missing out as I try and remember what I was gonna fucking talk about?
Well, I just think like, you know, in the past I was like really excited for GL and JP to get closer. Maybe, you know, total copium pipe dream. Maybe they would like merge the clients together. You could like just select GL or JP when you start up or something crazy like that. And it used to be because I was like, okay, there's just too much foresight. It's just like, you know, kind of weird playing fights 8 months again later. But now I think the best benefit would be that we get some of these QOLs and JP finally.
Yeah,
I don't know, like,
Jesus.
how long did it take to get the checkmark auto?
Oh
in
my god.
JP? It was like
JP
2 years.
No, it was not 2 years. So JP did not have an auto button before you could start the battle until JP got auto plus, which was on Cloud of Darkness's LD. You could not go into JP before you started battle, hit auto before you went. You had to hit auto once you were in the battle every single time.
Yep.
I think that was ridiculous. Someone pointed out the armor quality of life. You still have to buy armor one by one in JP. Dear God, that's annoying.
At some point, I would like to be able to sort my characters and look at them based on their crystal color, so that I can look at, I need to get black crystals for.
You can't do that in JP
X,
either.
Y. No, not
Oh
at
my
all.
God.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Oh my God.
It is the
There's-
most basic thing.
yeah, there's legit like 5 or more. Like there's the passive acquired filter is missing in JP too. Can't do that.
I think there's the list of QLs that GL has over JP is much longer at this point than
Yes.
the ones that JP has over
Yes.
GL. There's respecing your Ultima weapons is one thing, but like I kind of struggle to think of anything else that isn't like tied to a creep like FR. Like I can't think of anything.
You can sort by crystal. What are you guys
JP?
specifically talking about? I'm taking you guys' word for it since you both said it was true. But is there some? I know we can sort by crystal level, but what are you guys? Are you talking about like?
I'm talking about by color.
You can sort by color in JP, I believe, but you can't filter by color.
Filter by color. Filter by color.
Filter
Need
by
to be
color.
clear, yeah.
Filter by color. Okay, thank you for the clarification.
I worded that poorly.
I have a little programming knowledge, and I can't imagine it's difficult to port that stuff. Well, I can imagine how it is difficult, but that is just a symptom of bad. It's just what's it called? Fuck code. God, why am I blanking on this? What's
It's just
tech
just
debt?
bad code. Tech debt, yeah, sure.
Bad code plus tech debt.
And the other thing, it's a player-based difference, right? Because like the moment JP get any QOL that's not GL, you'll just see like 3 Reddit posts, like 4 feedback posts on main chord. Like, can we get this like ASAP, please? I'm guilty of this. I've done this before, but
Yeah,
But,
no. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to bring that up. Like, I'm pretty sure the JP player base isn't like complaining or asking for stuff as much, and I wanted to pivot that because all the English-speaking JP players are always like, GL is so whiny. They're always asking for shit. You should just shut up and play your shit jank game, which is what they do, and that's why they don't get as good stuff because they just take whatever they get and they don't ask for anything.
Yeah, call me Alex. Thank you. You got us to clarify. You didn't do anything wrong, dog. Good on you. It's like rollback in fighting games. Japanese devs have fought back on it so hard because they didn't make it. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but yeah. Are you a coder? Yeah, I do. I do code. I do the codes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just mad about because I had to buy armor for fucking Luna Freya, and I was like, this blows. Why am I selecting one by one? And I can go in GL and select them multiple.
Yeah, that one does.
That was
stink.
something asked. That was a question to the producer for the last anniversary, if you remember that.
It happened, but only in GL.
So I'm just saying, like, please, I'm gonna bookmark this show, and the next time any snobbish JP player who can't actually read JP complains about the GL player base complaining, I'll just post that up.
Yeah, good call. The armor thing is done. Yeah. The worst thing about C90 is I now struggle to find the units and calls I need to sort by crystal level. Got messed up bad. I sort by boards mastered for calls, so I can get the LD calls up top. I don't sort by crystal level.
That's pretty smart. But aren't they gold framed if the LD is mastered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then if you have the LD board mastered, then you'll get the LD call, so they'll be up top.
and then like for main roster, I've always just done it by total CP. That's
For
like
calls.
That's gross. No.
not calls for units.
Oh yeah, I do that too. That's the best one because your best units are up top.
Tadway is by boosted, guys.
I usually sort by series.
Series.
I
Well,
also
because
sort by series, yeah.
it filters by series after it takes the filter by series is what it does by default. So if you sort by CP, then it subsorts by series within that.
Like a favorites option would be really welcome though. Just like
Yes.
I'd like to put.
Oh,
my
yeah, that
favorites
would be
It
off,
would be.
like
it would be.
irrespective of how shit they are. But
The only thing annoying about GL players to me is during the live streams when they ask for characters, they literally just drop in JP. That feels like a negligible amount of people saying that. I don't
Says
think that's,
that. I don't think I've
I've
that in
never seen that.
I mean, people on the stream also say, "Where's Sora?" So you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. All right.
and there's also the people in chat that act like they're on a first date with Crystal or something. They're just asking her about anything.
Mike Mino?
God.
I've controlled myself. Last stream
What
I
was
this
what was
close.
that? What was that thing you said that one time? That was
I asked
hilarious.
her how much sweat does she get under her armpits after a 10-minute.
Oh my god.
Predator.
Holy shit! It's so funny. I need a simpy mode in chat.
Hey, did you know this is what I'm gonna ask her next stream? Did you know?
I don't think I
apparently
wanna
there's
know.
a theory that I
Alright.
keep hearing
You're gonna keep
on
talking.
whether or not you have like dark, thick earwax.
Oh
or,
no!
like,
This
light,
there's no
like-
way this can go anywhere good. Please.
You know that one, right?
No, I don't- no,
apparently
nope, I don't-
You,
nope,
you don't
nope,
emit
nope.
that many
All right.
body odors if
Any-
you have
oh
very
my
light
God.
earwax.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I don't know.
Oh my
Why
God.
is this happening?
I
think
was
this is
gonna
why
tell
you're getting
chat to post an
demonetized.
emote, but I don't really know what to post in response to this. Okay.
I'm gonna Google an article right now.
Okay,
Hang on.
Google it and then
Put it
go,
on
go, do
somebody's
your business
list
in the bathroom
somewhere.
and come
Put it
back
on
when you're not.
when this video
detrimentally
gets
as
flagged
bad.
for demonetization,
I don't
check which
care.
timestamp.
Y'all
they
better
reference
throw some
by.
super chats. pay for my bike that got stolen. Anyways, yeah. The
Is this because Ink stepped down a little bit, and there has to be the weirdest guys? Somebody has to be the weirdest.
No,
guys
Mino has always remained the weirdest guy. He just isn't always given the chance to do it. Yeah, you need help. Anyways, what I really wanted to talk about was the C90 stuff and the Ultima missions are starting to drive me crazy. Poetically, right before the stream, I really started getting going insane because in the TCC Discord, people were talking about and this is not an insult to anyone there, but the fact that someone made a spreadsheet to map out the Ultima weapons. Oh boy, I don't know where to start with this. I thought the weapons and the missions were simple. You just do a Lufenia. But we have people stressing about limited time missions, min-maxing who they put in their missions. I think shout out to who said he went and counted the available Lufenias and compared it to the available C90s, and he said he did the math. I think it was like 60 something versus 50 C90 character. You need there's 3 slots.
You need 53. There are currently 47.
Yes, and we're gonna keep getting limited stuff and more permanent stuff. So, it's really not that tricky, and I guess it's people's desire to get everything perfect. But man, a spreadsheet hasn't won. Now my guy's 50 spreadsheets. Oh.
I mean, you gotta understand also when you're thinking about these resource matching things, is you are trying to think, oh man, there's 150 characters and I need to slot them into all the Lufenias and there's not enough Lufenias. That's not how you should think about it, because they don't all have C90 right now. You only need to worry about it once they have C90, and by the time everybody has C90, there's going to be way more permanent Lufenias that you could slot them in. So it's not a problem at all.
This is the fucking entropy thing all over again, where people save and only pull for entropy, and then by the time they're past 10, they realize, wait, I have way more characters than there are entropy tiers, and I'm just throwing whoever in there now.
Yep,
this is a fucking imaginary problem, you guys. Fucking anal people who try to min-max and plan everything.
Min-maxing the wrong things.
Optimal.
This is insane anxiety, right? Oh my god, this is a temporary event. I gotta fucking throw my characters on it.
Belzak, I fully realize that min-maxing the slotting is irrational and stupid, but it gives me joy. I just don't share my neurotic spreadsheet with others unless they ask.
Yeah, I saw his video on the why hoarding brings me joy. Alright.
Yeah,
I mean,
as long as there's no asks.
You can take it from me, because in JP I had a pretty anal strategy for it, where I would basically hold on to certain C90s until if I had them built, I would use them one way, and if I didn't have them built, I'd put them in the oldest ones possible. And at the end of the day, all that got me was a big backlog of characters that I eventually had to do, and it's just a total it's not a problem right now when you're oh, I have 4 characters, I just have to run up to 4 Lufenias, maybe 2, right? But if you hoard up a bunch of these at once, and you have to do 20 Lufenias.
Oh my god! And you're right on the cusp of getting a limit break. It is the absolute worst. I mean, the whole grind is kind of just cancer to begin with. I hate. Oh, there's nothing I just. I mean, at least in Shinryu they have the Lufenia challenge quests, and for those that aren't aware, Lufenia challenge quests sound harder than they are. You still have to bring 3 synergy, but C90 is almost more than enough, especially if you're a vet, and you probably have at least one of the LDs to handle base Lufenia. I mean, I think some of the people overanalyzing doing a Lufenia mission are too scarred by Lufenia Plus to realize how easily steamrollable regular Lufenia is. It's exactly like a side, like a crucible in entropy. Those fights, there's no reductions, but we have so much power creep by now. These fights just completely roll over. You know what to think. People thinking that maybe I could kind of see the difference here, where people thought that you had to do the missions for the fight, for each fight, and not on a character basis. But the tutorials, I didn't read them in game, but they are in game. I mean, at least in JP we couldn't read, bro. Are we jaded?
Can't read either.
Are we jaded? Are we out of touch with the people who are because on one hand I'm all right, there's a lot of people misunderstanding this, but on the other, maybe something's up with the instructions. But on the other hand, are the people talking about missing out on it just all like not reading. There's a break point somewhere.
I mean, even for JP, when this first came out, I mean, Rem had his infographics and stuff like that. The information was there. You just had to, look for it and you go, oh, okay, it's not, I got to use them in this specific Lufenia. It's just any stage. Or you could figure that out even just playing the game.
Yeah, it's the whole analysis paralysis and people not just trying stuff, I think. And I don't think people understand how power crept a lot of these older fights are. Like some of these times, these fights are like in your memory, like, wow, that took me like 20 minutes. But if you bring like current power creep now, these fights roll over in like 5 minutes. I made some. It's always the stuff you don't think to explain that ends up tripping people up. Like I have had comments, people saying, "Oh, I'm about to get the fist ultimate weapon so I can make my Sinmao better," or I can't beat the Lufenia with 3 C90s. They're not built. They're trying to do it all at once instead of just spreading it out. Stuff like that. I don't know. Are we out of touch or do people just need to learn?
They need to read up. They need to research. They need to be better informed about these things.
As Broadway saying, Dragrana's good. I ran it with Afmal, Selfie, and a Sid Reigns friend. He's so good. Belzak saying it's the volume of tutorials you get hit with, and some of the info and news posts. People just don't read it because they want to start playing.
I have a bit of sympathy for these people. They haven't dealt with the situation. They don't totally get it. They want to ask a question or two and figure it out. I have sympathy for it. But I think the advice that I would give to most of these folks is, it seems like a more complicated system than it is. You really should just not sweat the details of it, and you will be fine.
Yeah, I think the people
where you're slotting characters. Don't worry about which weapon am I going to make first. As long as you don't make too many dupes, you'll probably be fine there too.
Yeah.
Just it's not that big of a deal. Don't boil the ocean.
Yeah,
there's no excuse with the dupes this time. Back in the day, Josh was like, "Oh yeah, you can dupe X plus weapons." Wink, wink. He was all like that on the stream. Not this time. There's no excuse anymore. He hasn't baited you. This is all your fault if you make too many dupes. Okay.
I want to clarify that if people are confused, that is fine. It's a new system. That makes sense. It's a new thing. I hold the people who are spreadsheeting in contempt. Those are the people that I don't like. My God.
There is such a thing as making things harder than it needs to be.
Yes.
100%. What's that saying? I think there's that Einstein saying something about smart people can make a complicated thing simple, and then idiots make a simple thing complicated.
Yes.
So I'm saying there is 100% making life harder for yourself. And if you're spreadsheeting this and planning this out and min-maxing when you literally don't have to, you're literally a fucking idiot making life harder for yourself. That's one. But also, when you have to make a simple thing complicated, that's helping zero fucking guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And this is not to insult the guy who made the snow as a DPS post, but that is kind of what inspired what I'm thinking about today, because he wrote a lot of posts on. Good on him for experimenting, doing the numbers. But I also commented on it saying just raises overflow, HP damage, and HP cap, and you can get higher numbers. It's not fair. And again, I always have to step back and ask myself: is it because we've been playing so long and we understand these concepts and we can put it to use? But on the other hand, you can just explain it like I said: HP damage, overflow, caps, and you can get bigger damage. I didn't need and again, the guy did fine work, but it's not that complicated. People talking about potencies will always be my trigger. The individual overflows on skills will always be my trigger, because it's really just, what do you think about when you're playing? Do you think about all this stuff that goes into the spreadsheets and the Reddit posts and the calculations and all that stuff? No, nobody thinks about these things. So why are we talking about them? Why are we thinking about making characters C79 so we don't only 80 them only when we need the core? Stupid. It just blows my mind. If somebody needs an explanation for something, it usually doesn't take a whole wall. And I also can acknowledge that it is a skill to be able to make things concise.
Yeah, to parse information, like the important stuff.
Yes.
But also, more importantly, I actually was learning about this recently in some classes I had to take for work, where they talk about how some people love to focus on the minutia or trivia. You know, like the Simpsons comic book guys, people who focus on the really, really meaningless little shit and semantics. You debate semantics because it's safe, and if you get it wrong, who cares? Because ultimately it's meaningless. So some people find a lot of comfort to debate semantics and focus on the minutia instead of the important things, because the bigger concepts are harder to grasp and there's more risk of getting shit wrong. So like people who are like more small-minded or who fear bigger ideas like to focus on tiny spreadsheeting minutia shit.
That's what I was talking on main chord before, and there was a guy who was concerned about beating Machina's Lufenia, and again, nothing wrong with this guy, he was a newer player, but he's like, I have Machina, Snow, and Pain, and I can't beat this fight. And I said, it's a tactics issue, like you need to play better. Here's a video of it, and he was focused on his calls and his spheres, like stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's easier to focus on the tiny meaningless shit, because if you're wrong, it won't matter in the end. But like the big stuff is like getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Or like admitting you're wrong, right? Like instead of admitting you're wrong, it's something's wrong with the tools instead of me.
Or I didn't level up. It's standard RPG stuff. Like just in general, RPGs are not
RPG
difficult.
Players are the worst.
RPGs are the easiest game to play out of like every games. And because usually you can overcome it. Silocons, thanks for remembering up for the 6 month. Wow, that's a long time. If content wasn't so easy, people would spend less time focusing on this stuff. Yeah, maybe. Just going to be capping. Yeah, it's just the tiny stuff. It really does drive me insane, and I don't know how you can fix that. I always forget where I have these conversations, but I think it was on the post show actually. We were talking about how there's like a video game muscle where you pick up on patterns and then you improve them. And some of us have been playing video games for so long, like it's just second nature to us. But like people who don't game as much, maybe like they played.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Like for sure, there is some veteran bias here, right? Like there are smart people in the Defo community who commit the same mistakes in other games. I won't name names, but in our fucking circle alone, I've seen people play White Mage on FF13 and they're only hitting Cure 3 and Medica 2 without reading the tooltips. They don't read the tooltips of their skills.
I know you were
also Nidre.
Oh.
I just want to point out that
these
I didn't
same
bring it up
people
this time.
who are intelligent
Good
people.
call.
Yeah,
will not read
technically,
tooltips.
Nino didn't bring it up either because he called it FF13. So technically,
Yeah, there you go.
didn't.
But I'm saying like there is some veteran bias for sure.
Hold on,
we are
hold on.
some concepts come easier to us in Defo because we are veterans.
Yes.
But
hold on. Malicite, RPGs are easy. Go play Earthbound without a guide and say that again. Aren't you the one that doesn't parse on FF14?
Oh dear. He stepped into this one.
Also, bringing up one hard game doesn't, like, you can generally just overlevel on RPGs, and that removes a lot of like the thinking you got to do. You don't need much skill to beat it. Like there's difficult things, and it's all relative, obviously. So Earthbound can be relatively hard, just like SMT can be relatively hard, but you still gotta sweat your ass off to do shit in like Dark Souls compared to an RPG.
Dark Souls is also an RPG.
I haven't. Oh yeah, it is. It is an RPG. It's an action RPG. You can't really. Can you overlevel Dark? I'm not familiar with Dark Souls.
You kind of can, but I'm saying like it's not like
I don't think it's comparable.
Okay.
It's not a fighting game. It's not a first-person shooter where you literally cannot overcome with grind.
Yes.
Because any game with numbers is meant to have you build numbers so that it gets easier. That is even Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Like you can grind souls to make things easier.
Yeah.
It is an option.
Yep. I'm really.
Yeah, I mean, even like the hardest stuff in the FF series, like you can trivialize almost all of them.
Oh my god,
you can trivialize all of them. Like,
oh my god, Ink in the chat is fucking triggering me.
Uh-oh.
Aladdin
He's
for the
triggering
SNES. Holy shit!
Was that a hard game?
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember.
Oh my God.
DRW brought up Cynthia and Diamond. Wait, did they buff Cynthia in the remake? Cynthia was already difficult in the original Gen 4, at least as a whatever age I was, 11. Was I 11 when that game? I don't remember.
No Pokemon game is hard. Come on.
Yeah, Pokemon games aren't hard. Why is the ranting hour peaceful? We were violent earlier today. That's why I haven't been into RPGs lately. Yeah, I always say this. This is why like Genshin hooked me, because it's an action. I mean, there's Genshin is still an RPG, but there's a lot of minute, like you gotta know your timings and stuff. So it's a little bit trickier. The Elite Four uses competitive builds.
The mention of Aladdin has now come across something so egregious. Aladdin for the Genesis is superior, but no, like
they made
I don't
hard.
get
Wow.
why did the Sega consoles have different names in Europe and fucking America? Like, why is it called the Genesis?
They were trying
It's
to
the
do
fucking
localization.
Mega Drive. It's the fucking Sega Mega Drive.
For you. no Genshin.
I won't even try to push this, but he's saying the hardest content in FF14, not even the hardest actually, there's ultimate raids. So Savage, the second hardest content is frustration for frustration's sake. So if you're saying that, then I already know you don't do any hard content in any games. Like, I don't fucking know what the argument is here. I mean, that's why you play RPGs, right? Like, it's understandable. Like, people don't I'm proud of Necklord for dipping his feet into raiding this time. I was telling him, like, you can talk all the shit you want until you actually try it. And then Necklord tried it. And then at least say what you said earlier, Necklord. He wanted to prove me wrong. That raiding wasn't a big deal. That he tried to do it in 1 week to throw it in my face, and then he realized this is a lot harder than anything he's ever fucking done before.
Yeah, well, you summarized it perfectly.
The
I got to the
stream's
third. I completed the stream's lagging. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the show must go on. Fuck it, it'll probably fix itself.
Audio sporadic.
Audio sporadic. Oh dear. But yeah, no.
Wait, hold
just
on.
assume.
I'm not even sure we're
that you
live
fixed
right now.
things.
Hold on. Is it chat? Are we back?
Apparently, it's my fault.
Necklord.
Stream is
Sounds
good now.
fine to me. Sounds
back.
fine to
No,
me.
it looked like it's all right.
Okay.
Oh, it's good
I
now?
mean,
Okay,
we'll maintain continuity then. But no, I got to the third fight of 4, and it broke my spirit. I gave up, but I got pretty far, and I was satisfied with it. So
I mean,
But now-
go ahead.
go on.
Sorry.
now I can say, I have hands-on experience. I can actually weigh in on matters like this. So
The Mega
it's
Drive.
broadened my horizons.
Yeah, no, like this. I always I don't care how far you get, but if you try to push yourself, you're richer for it. And Necklord has a different perspective now, because he was always doing Babby bullshit content, and I called him out. He's like, "No, it's not Babby," and I was like, "Try the big boy content," and then he did, and now his definition of what is FF14 skill has completely changed.
I mean,
But this-
I think that my take on like skill in a game is like, you could, even if you want to be reductivist enough, you could say, well, it's not that hard raiding in this game, because if you had infinite patience, you could just bang your head against it and learn
Fair
it.
too. Yes, that's fair too. Yeah, I agree.
But the trick is, of course, it's not that easy to have infinite patience. Like Necklord said,
That's true. That's
he
true.
thought he was gonna, be able to power. He was like, "This is a fight. I'll be able to power through it, whatever." And then eventually, it breaks your spirit if you try to do like some difficult content I've seen. If you've seen like really hard Mario levels before, like in Mario Maker or Mario World, where people spend hours and hours on the same level, I could sit here and say, I could do that if it might take me 10 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours or something. But realistically, I'm not going to put that time in. You just got to be honest with yourself and say, listen, I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the interest to do it. Most people are not going to say that. Most people, they're too young, or I don't know what it is. They think they're a master gamer. But, just got to sometimes say, okay, I'm not going to be a master gamer and in the NBA and have $1 million in the bank by the time I'm 18. You can't do it all. You got to pick what you're going to do.
But yeah, no, you're right, which is why I will amend that, and that's why I brought fighting games and FPS up earlier, because like in any player versus PvE game, any single player game or PvE game, it's all scripted, right? Like you said, with enough practice, you can master it. But in what is actually considered skill-based gaming, which is like PvP, first-person shooters, and fighting games, no amount of practice. There are walls you cannot surmount with practice. You
Just like
cannot.
sports.
Yeah, like it's just like sports. True skill-based, true PvP gaming. When you have a
diagnosis skill
human
issue.
opponent, you cannot you have limits. Everyone has limits. Like you could play Street Fighter your whole life and be like a bronze ranked player. Like practice
True.
will not get you through. That's pure skill based. Whereas like if you're playing RPGs or single player games, you're right, it's a lot of memorization because you could just literally do the same thing over and over until you get it. Whereas like if you fought Mike Tyson every day for the rest of your life, you could probably still never win.
That is a scary timeline.
I'm pretty sure you'd only get 1, maybe 2 fights in.
Bro, if
Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson
medicine
looks
game.
in my direction, I'm probably gonna shit myself. Are you kidding me? You seen that video of him like a couple years back where he was hitting the bag and he's and he's how old is he now? Oh my god! I think Mina was conflating skill with talent. No,
No.
no,
No.
no, he's not.
No.
That's not. No,
no.
He's just not. You can you can get really good. You can learn all the maps in Halo. You can know when the power weapons are respawning. Actually, I'm just gonna describe myself because I'm ass at Halo.
Alright, so
Relatively, you can know all the power weapon spawns. You can know the maps. You can know how to back off. Not engage when you don't have to. But if you can't aim, I mean, like me, and you get destroyed in 1v1 encounters.
the definition of skill, I had to look it up just to fucking rub this in. The definition of skill is the ability to do something. You can practice all you want and never gain the ability to outsmart somebody or outplay them or be faster than them or be stronger than them. That's an RPG bullshit power fantasy. Like the whole point of RPGs were developed to be anti-skill based, because if you grind long enough and you get your numbers high enough, you don't need skill. You completely snowball past. Who cares how high you train up a Pokemon if like it's not a skill based thing to just like grind hours, put in the stats, and then have them hit a button. All right, like RPGs are very anti-skill because you grind so you don't need to use your skill. Whereas in skill-based gaming, it is all up to you. You cannot improve unless you as a person improve.
So, like, I think one thing that like an example of this that I'm thinking of is like, if I kidnapped somebody who was really bad
Allegedly.
at an RPG, and I put them in a room and I said, you can't leave until you beat Final Fantasy X, for instance. Do you think, and how many people do you think would be able to beat it? I think, given enough time, I think, 99 out of 100 people, 98 out of 100 people are going to beat it. Versus if you kidnap somebody and said, beat Sonic Fox in a best of 3 in Strive, I think a lot of people are going to be kidnapped forever. That's what I think is going to happen.
It's true.
Wow, that might have been the best analogy of all time.
That's
Until the point
perfect
that
analogy.
he takes pity on them.
The best way to
NPCs.
drive in how easy RPGs are is that put a gun to someone's head and say, you're never leaving this room until you beat this game. Everyone's leaving that room. It might take some people longer, but everyone is leaving that room. Nobody's going to be like, I'm so stuck on Final Fantasy VI
Well,
that I will
to be
never
fair,
leave.
No.
Some of the people
Hey.
who can't rain smell might be stuck in that room forever. There's people who
No,
will be
but-
stuck there with Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is like it's like 2 rain smells.
No. I still push back against that because RPGs are designed to be beaten at like level 50 and you can go up to level 99.
Yeah, but...
See,
Yeah, no,
exactly.
he's right. He's right. He's right. I hate it
Exactly.
when he's right.
Exactly.
You look at Final Fantasy X, though, and there's 2 really big roadblocks.
With time, you're punching through that.
Yeah,
This
with
is
time,
the theoretical
You think so?
area where you have
I wanna
you
tell
have
you-
unlimited time.
I think if you're talking about the Xanarkand and Unalesca,
Mhm.
at that point you can farm the enemies to unlock level 3, level 4 key spheres to eventually unlock the entire board. You can do that and grind it out if you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah. So in Nidra's example, I assume you had pretty much unlimited time.
Yeah, you have unlimited time. You can sleep and you can eat and stuff. Like, it's not like
Can't
not
leave
like
the room.
Force, but you can't leave the room until
Can't leave the room.
until you beat the game. So you're gonna spend most of your time trying to get out of the room.
There isn't
trying to
really
beat the game, right?
RPG talent.
Yeah, what the fuck is RPG talent? There's
There is
RPG
none.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Like you can know
You can
how
get
to
skills. So the
efficiently
skill
play
versus
an
talent
RPG.
thing. You can be skilled at a specific RPG, and you could have RPG knowledge, like general knowledge, how to like optimize stuff. But the room for talent, and there's not even that much. Well, I'm not gonna say there's not much of a skill gap because there can be, obviously, but like you can catch up. There's a ceiling that everyone can reach eventually. But talent.
I can split it. This is how I'm going to split it for BC. Is you can tell RPGs don't take skill because if you can map out any fight step by step and have somebody follow all that, like if your knowledge is this is the best way to level, and you can tell somebody that and they can imitate it, that's not a skill. Because if you look at a lot of skill-based gaming, I'm sure BC's probably come across this in Halo. There's no straight guide. These are the tools at your disposal, and these are the situations to use them. But then it's up to you to determine the situation and determine when to use them.
If you can't land that full shot, then it doesn't matter.
You cannot fucking write out a guide on how to beat somebody in fighting games. You cannot do that. Whereas in like Defo, people watch run videos and then just imitate it. That's not a skill.
They can't even do that correctly sometimes either.
And as well, as though like, in fighting games, as though there's most people go like the top meta picks and optimize that as much as they can. There are just the few low tier heroes, low tier gods that like they just click with a certain character, even if they're not necessarily the best.
God.
And
That guy's trash.
and
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that guy's funny, dude. Come on. No, but Neckler, like everyone can play the best character, and they'd still have vastly different results, right? Like
Yeah.
you could be a fucking like, let's say if Guile was top tier, you could be a bronze tier Guile, and then you can be like a diamond challenger tier Guile. Like it's like like it's different. Just because you have the best tools, you're gonna get very different fucking results.
Is Mino just describing PvP versus PvE?
I mean, possibly.
I don't think PvE takes a lot of real skill.
Is there
a lot
any
of it is memorized.
like talent? Like, can you be talented at PvE?
Yeah, can you be
I mean,
talented
I don't
at
think
PvE?
you can. I think
If you
Omni
have-
Slushy's right.
If you have
what about-
endless tries in PvE, and like Nidre said, endless patience, endless tries, you can get it eventually.
I think
what
Omni
about the
Slushy's
most
right.
complicated and well-programmed chess AI?
Yeah, that's just a wall, right? You can't even
Call Me Alex says, I disagree. In fighting games, you could theoretically always pick a counter. So it's not skill rate. No, that's not. There's too many
doesn't-
variables in fighting. No.
If you think all it takes to beat someone is pick their counter, holy
I
shit!
wish. Then I would actually beat Mino with
You
Strive
do
for
not
once.
play fighting games. Are you kidding me? Holy
I was actually
shit!
going to say, I think that if you put a gun to my head and said, you can't leave this room until you successfully no-hit Devil May Cry on, the highest difficulty setting, I might never leave that room.
Okay, now we are. This is why it's a theoretical example, because there is an amount of time where you could get that down.
Yeah, theoretically,
Oh, no.
there's
Theoretically, now would it be within your lifetime? In reality, maybe you, because you're garbage. I don't.
There are like counter examples to that. It's like if I said to you, like, I'm locking you in this room until you catch 5 shinies in a row in consecutive.
Well,
encounters
that's
in
RNG.
Pokemon.
That's RNG.
Right, exactly. It's I mean, like, a game could be as RNG as you wanted it to be, but I think the point that we're making, I guess, is that, like, try to conceive of an RPG that you would just beat and not be able to pass that task. It's difficult to do, right? I think there are PvE examples that are somewhat like reductive examples, like, chess against a supercomputer or a good chess engine or chess, whatever those things are called. But, like most cases, we're not talking about that case. We're talking about a video game here.
Yeah,
right?
we don't need if you have to go to extremes to talk about it, then I think that kind of proves the main point. Like no hit OG DMC3, yeah, fuck that. But in this imaginary scenario where you have enough time to figure out, there will be a point where you would figure it out. That's the point. So I guess whoever said the PvE versus PvP thing, I guess they're kind of really on the money. I can't think of a single. I mean, how do we get here from from spreadsheeting Ultima missions? That's really what I was angry about. But to bring it all back, it's never that deep. It's never that deep.
Remember what Mino was saying earlier about the ability to take something simple and make it unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, this is
like
all
the
you in
rabbit
chat
hole.
right now. You
The
fucking
rabbit
idiot.
hole that we found.
Yeah, I
ourselves
know.
inside.
You fucking idiot. Like, what about didn't we just started this whole episode off saying you don't need to make things more complicated than they are, and arguing semantics is for dum-dums, and then look at I blame chat for driving us down this
It's
hole.
always
like, well,
chat's
what
fault.
about this extreme?
You
No, what
all
about
are
this
awful
extreme
and should
example?
give me more money.
What about this extreme example? Hey, if you ever catch yourself arguing semantics, just shoot yourself in the face.
Call Me Alex says Mino went on a condescending rant about skill. No, there was nothing condescending in what he said. If he was mean, you'd know it. He was being objective. There was no meanness here. we were just describing skill issue in objective terms. There was nothing condescending. No, it's not complicated. We didn't complicate it either. There is going in depth, and there is making things complicated. Like if we started using big words, we were describing very high level concepts. So that this wasn't. It was detailed. It wasn't complicated. But talking about potencies and spreadsheeting your Ultima weapons, that's more complicated than it needs to be. There was another example, but I never write these things down, so I can't think of it.
I mean, and this kind of a tangent off of this topic also is like the notion of skill and defo specifically. There's like a lot of debate on what that even looks like. But I bet it's like kind of difficult to even figure out like what would be the qualities
Lion, I hate you.
a good defo player would have. Like if we all five of us on this call like wrote down what we thought our top 5 best defo players were, how many different names do you think we'd have? Do you think we'd have? It would be somewhere between 5 and 25, but I bet you we would have like at least 20 names on that list because there's just no like what even is the best like
The
what does
best
that
players
even
are the
mean?
ones that touch the most grass. Shadowheart says complication versus new. He said nuisance, but I assume he meant nuance and understanding. Yeah, nuance is cool. Understanding is cool. Making things complicated is not. Using Vayne in every Lufenia,
I think
skill.
Nidre has touched on something very important here because there's not really any way in terms of when you actually play the game to like
I don't think
express
defo
any
is
skill
skill-based.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
You
It's
do
not-
the right things.
This game
on the
isn't
turn.
hard.
Yeah,
This
you do
isn't
the right
this
things on
isn't
the
a
given
game
turn,
you
that's pretty
so
good.
like if you want to talk PvE versus PvP, whoever brought that up, it's because like you can't compete in this game because there's no like objective skill in this game.
Speed runs, stole my runs.
Like we have different
Low cards.
definitions of what impresses us more. Like I think Lion was saying, or no, was it Necklord?
I
don't know.
shaved
can't
off
remember.
The
6
closest
runs on your
thing-
tier 6 run. I am a better player than you.
Like I
the
value
closest thing to,
people
like,
who
skill
can crack
expression.
the puzzle faster. I guess.
Sure, I
don't know.
copyrighted that
Well, that's
run.
the thing.
I mean,
It's cracking the puzzle, but it's also like the people that put together really like wacky comps that you wouldn't really expect.
Highest burst
They're
phase.
setting their own puzzles and solving them in essence, but that's like probably the only other way of expressing.
most
Like,
challenges.
look,
Some
I
people
can-
like low turn runs, which I do think is not something everyone can do. So I do appreciate. But like, yeah, we all have our own definitions, right? But there's no like objective way to compete in defo because it's
Most
not that
gems,
type of game.
least
not all
greens,
games are needed.
least greens, least. I mean, Jade is running and least ingoted characters. I heard he only has 3 purple characters right now.
Jade, really?
Yeah, that's what Legend says.
I have an interesting
These
take
things.
that just popped into my mind, which is maybe playing defo is like art because you know like
Yeah.
different people appreciate different things, and some people like creative comps, some
Yeah.
people like cheap runs, and some people, it's kind of in the eye of the beholder. So maybe defo is art.
I was looking
Rory
for a
Chad
punchline there,
says-
but that was just laced in irony. I got it. So if the best players touch the most grass, does that mean Ink is the best into Eaterots? Yes, Ink is the MVP.
I was gonna say I'm not sure because he's also on Discord asking how to Eateroth a lot. So I mean, I don't know if he's touching more grass at that point.
Isn't it just press the auto button?
That's what I thought too. I don't know. I don't know.
It's a copyright war. Best players, yes. Okay, thank you. Omar and Belzak pointed out the good players.
Also, I thought,
the skill issue is just how fast you can get a weapon because good players just get the weapon.
There you
Honestly,
go.
I thought Josh was the Eateroth expert. He
was
he's
Eaterothing
he's
on
finally
stream
found
the
a
other day,
use
yeah.
for his green vein. It's the fucking Eateroth booster.
I was watching the stream. He's like, "Yeah, see how good Vayne is, guys."
That sounds painful.
That's like a meme. Having Eateroth and then like the third and being like, look how good the third is.
I mean, that's what Josh was doing. It's on, you can go to his.
No,
page
but
and
the
watch it.
beauty-
Somebody run like a bronze Sabin through Rain's Vow?
But no, the
That was
beauty
me. I
of
did that.
the beauty of this one is that Vayne actually complements Eateroth really well. Like, it's almost like his beauty effect was made for Eateroth.
That could be anybody.
Messaging
He's
saying,
coping because he has a green vein.
you guys, if you guys want to super chat
possibly.
me to say stuff in the nerd voice, I will. By the way. Defo is art and art is dead. I still have 0 greens. Yes, see, Malicite is winning. He has 0 greens, but can't figure out how to eat a Roth. I don't get you guys with 0 greens, man. They're just not going anywhere.
He claims that he has never asked how to eat a Roth.
We have the receipts, right? All right, I gotta pull up the
Not on
receipts.
stream.
Okay, not on stream.
Not
Got
on
it.
stream.
Okay.
Why are people getting triggered by this very simple discussion from Omar? I don't know if that was a was that a joke on the complexity thing? Because if so, that's funny. Yeah, stop spreadsheeting your ultimate weapons. I wonder maybe the GL for I don't know what I prefer. Nope, never mind. I take that back. I prefer the ultimate weapon spreadsheets over the GL, the templating.
I mean, I did run a poll this week of which topics people in the TCC Discord.
That was a
least
loaded
like to
poll.
see.
I hate you for that. And
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
know.
even in general chat.
That was
that
was biased as shit.
That was the worst
I
poll of all
accidentally
time.
put it in the wrong chat. My bad.
What was the
Okay.
results? What was the results?
Oh,
The thing that people liked the least was talking about lore, which, I did want to discuss that a little bit. I don't have like a huge problem with people talking about lore. Just like keep it out of the main channels. That's my main
Nino's
thing.
guilty. How do you eat
So-
a Roth? Press Brave Plus. It's easy. The stream says GL-first events as a topic. Oh, I forgot. I actually didn't have anything to say about that. I think it's going to be Noctis. That's all.
Yeah, I think we did touch on that. We
We
said
kind of
what you
touched
think
on
it
it.
might be.
Yeah, a little bit.
Lion,
We basically,
committed violence against
we all-
Vanille fans, and then I said I think it's going to be Noctis.
We all shared our copium, and then we settled on the absolute truth that it is going to be Xenos.
Zoom motherfucker. See, I told you
Why
it wasn't me.
is
I was
it
waiting
like
for
this?
Necklord. I was waiting for Necklord. It wasn't me.
Oh God.
It's always
the-
Necklord
this-
or Lion. It's the fucking Brits.
Whoa. What? Huh?
Yes, because I am very British.
Are you not? I don't know.
No,
I assume-
not at all.
I at least twice this show, I've got
Is that
you
the
and
other half
Necklord
of the race
confused in
British?
place. Yeah, I think is that one of the races? Lion? Be honest.
So British friend that looks like Michael Jackson. What's going on here? Oh, I've been getting some love to fan club.
Maybe it was the lion thing that made you think British. Doesn't our football league have a lion as the logo or something?
Fuck you.
What?
I
What are
should
you
know
talking
this,
about, bro?
I
Imagine
still-
being
I still
British.
stand by my anti-British statement.
Oh, yeah, anti-British means.
Throw Goose in there.
Yeah,
and,
Goose. Yeah, throw Goose under the bus while we're at it.
Who else do we have?
I don't know.
So Maggie.
No.
No, there just aren't many British FF fans.
Or maybe they just don't. Maybe they know better than.
There's
to
Josepher.
talk. Oh, Joe doesn't count.
Yes.
We're not making fun of Joe. We're making fun of Necklord and Goose. I mean, they're the same person after all. Although I think Goose took over as the prominent Necklord lately because you just fell the fuck off.
Look, Christmas is a time to spend with family and
Bullshit.
you know.
Bro, it's the middle of January. What the fuck?
It's the middle of January.
That's a good point. You raise a good point there.
Yeah. I mean, where are the Sphere videos at?
Look, I may have got caught up raiding a bit to try and prove me no wrong.
Where are the Sphere videos at?
I mean, I'll do an Ultima Weapons guide. How about that? I'll cheer you up.
So
Oh
that-
no, please! I look forward to that. Don't bail on.
Actually,
Yes,
actually, you know what?
Well-
No, Necklord, don't do it. Let RVK do it. He's funnier.
No, I wanna prove a point. Hold on, I got a fucking thing to settle. Okay, I want you to
Oh.
make the video, then make Lion voice it, and see how many people notice you guys are different people.
What?
Incredible. That's a good
That
idea.
was such a long reach for a bad punchline.
What the fuck?
It's not
Oh,
a
man.
punch. I'm serious. It's fucking.
Ghost
Listen
Rider
back to
super
this
chatted
before.
$5. Say Vayne is the best BT unit with your nerd voice.
Well, I run Vayne in every Lotharia, and he's honestly the best BT unit in the game.
There you go.
Say the line, BC.
What line?
Say the line, Bart.
I don't watch The Simpsons. I don't know the reference. I'm not cultured.
Oh, I forgot he doesn't watch any TV.
I don't.
Fuck.
I don't. I only watch The Wire.
You're probably better for that.
Damn. What's the reference? Fuck. I gotta look it up. Say the line part.
He's actually looking it up. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're not even joking.
I'm not joking. I really don't
I
know.
like that he said, I don't watch The Simpsons.
Say the line part. Wait. I didn't do it. Okay, I've exposed myself as being uncultured. Who actually pays attention to the story? Is it only me? Yeah, I haven't read the story in Default in a long time. Where's the Nolan hindsight post on Reddit? The Wire is actually the best show on television. And if you haven't seen The Wire, you haven't really done anything in your life. I will die on that hill.
Look at these fucking takes.
I'll throw this
you.
out there. Like, I don't know if any of you are the same, but with Defoe's cutscenes, my general rule of thumb is I'll give it about half a second, and if I spot anyone in the first half second that I like as a character, I will potentially tolerate it for the next 5 seconds, and if I get bored, I will then skip the cutscene.
Necklord, I have a question for you.
Oh, go on.
Did anyone ask? I can't believe I got to
Oh,
this place.
it was drawn as a
Again.
topic.
Again.
As a result, a question from the chat. So the answer
Much
to that
friendly fire today.
is yes.
No, it's not friendly fire because Necklord's always been the enemy. I don't.
Oh my god.
He's
No, the
always,
chat want to know. The chat want to know our cutscene viewing habits. Actually,
not yours.
I think they'll back me up on that.
You're the background shadow. You're the blogger. This is going off the rails. Let's wrap up the stream so I can go to sleep.
Wrap up
Jesus.
the stream.
Yes, all right. Round table. Necklord, since you weren't invited, you're first. Closing thoughts. Why do I bother?
That's the thing. I'm never
I
invited. I
regret
just
this.
show up.
I regret this every time.
But no, I'm just really looking forward. And you think I'm going to say Xenos, but I'm not. I'm really looking forward
Shut up.
to Cyan LD. It's around the corner. I'm prepping my ultimate weapon for it. I'm
Another
fucking pumped.
FF14 ask? Scions?
Why are you like
Cyan,
this?
you
Oh
fool.
my god, I want to die.
No.
That was so good! I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Oh,
Lion.
please, you need
I
the,
make
you
shit
need the
jokes
help
around
because
here.
you're clearly not
That-
getting love
that-
elsewhere. 'Cause
That was
pathetic.
that's how you do a pun, not whatever Goose does or Necklord does or
God.
that's a good pun.
I'm
right there.
cringing. Okay.
Goodness me.
Okay. Fuck
See,
you.
Lion's styling because he's laughing his head off on mic right now.
Oh my god.
That is a lie.
All right. Next uninvited person, Mino. You next. Closing thoughts. Oh yeah. What's the 14 counter at, by the way? Is that 4 now? Lion's been keeping track.
No,
I stopped counting. I think we're at 5 or 6.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Mino. Closing thoughts.
I guess. Fuck.
Watch the TCC podcast tomorrow because Mino's got some violence prepared for me.
Do I?
You said you.
I got all my violence out here today.
You said you had something on me. You said you were gonna give me something.
Oh, what was I gonna say? What
Man,
were we
fuck
fighting
you.
about? I don't
know.
remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Whatever.
get BC, guys. Watch
Yeah,
tomorrow.
watch us tomorrow because he's gonna roast me.
I was saying BC surrounds himself with a bunch of simps on his show.
Yeah, he's
because
saying
like that.
I never accept any challenge and I don't like anybody pushing.
Yeah,
back
like
on me.
he only it's
So
one
I'll
side
only
rant,
stream with
right?
people who
like on
who
ranting
agree
hour,
with
he
me.
only it's one side attacks on the clown of the week, like Coelho or whatever, but he never puts them in a room and gives them a chance to defend themselves.
See,
He's a
I
coward.
want to set up a call-in thing. I just need to figure it out.
Do
but
it.
I haven't
Do
taken
it.
the time. I've been wanting to do that for months. You imagine how amazing that would be? Some of the people who think they can step to me and they just get embarrassed. Oh man,
Invite
I'd
people, honestly.
love to talk down some nerds. Are you kidding me? I'd love nothing more than that. Just pure fucking blood sports. I just don't know how to set it up. So if anyone has any ideas on how to set that up, I would love to do it because it'd just be an all-out brawl and I'd love it. But then I need probably set up a Discord channel and I need to it's a lot of moving parts. But if I knew how to do it and I could iron out the time, I totally would do it because that would be funny. Duran lovers could call in. Yeah, that'd be funny because a lot of people think they're more socially adjusted than they are, and then they'll just start sweating and I'll probably get called some racist thing. That'd be pretty funny. Delusions of grandeur potentially. Nah, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Okay, cool. Good take, Mino, for once. Neither
Wait, real quick.
Well, okay.
Would that
Jesus.
be hard to set up? Can't you just be like,
I
hey,
don't
if
know.
anybody wants to step up, let me know, and you can pull them into the Discord the next show, and then you can control the Discord too. So you can do mutes and kicks or anything if things get out of control or if it's trolling. Like that should be easy to set up, right?
Huh, I hadn't thought about it like that. It might be that easy. I'll think about it. Okay. Okay, cool. Nidre?
Yeah. So in my poll that I ran, the second thing that people did not like to hear about was speculation. Although, Necklord brought it up, so I'm going to let you know about my speculation theory, which is if you look at the first two GL firsts, you will see the clear pattern that I have seen, and you will know that there are 4 options for the next GL first. There's Lonnie from FF9. There's Jill Nabat from FF13. There's Cindy from FF15, and there's Nio from FF7 Remake Intergrade. Those are the 4 options.
Is Nio?
Bro, she's the girl. She's hot. Oh my god. I'm actually.
You mean Kyrie?
No, not Kyrie. It's she's in the Yuffie DLC. She's got like she looks a lot like Tifa. She's got the glasses. Magna would love her. I'm gonna send you a picture because she's got them things be thangin'. Good lord, she's a nice one. She's a nice one.
Just look at the pattern, guys. I just
DM'd you the picture. Look at her, man.
Dream, Jesus Christ.
Nah.
Hey, this is just Queen with shorter hair.
And
you don't like Queen?
what's the problem?
Man, this is
bro. She's a baddie. What are you talking about?
Every
what are you talking about?
It sinks lower and lower, man.
I don't know. Billie Eilish is still my wife though.
Magno was so anti-Jill Nabat until he found out she wore glasses. Now he's on that hype train. Like, I mean, you guys are fucking
Nayo FF7. Just look her up, y'all. She's nice. Like, I remember when she was in the trailer, and I was like, "Hey, yo, who's that?"
Simped from moment 1.
Yeah, frame 1 simp.
Oh my god.
On site.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
Yeah. See. Okay, if we get her as a GL first, yeah, that's it. The game.
And it follows the pattern. Look at the first 2 GL first and tell me I'm wrong.
RNA is.
Yeah, but what about
the
Core?
best girl in the Final Fantasy. So, what about
Core? Might also. I don't know. I haven't played his game. He might fit in the pattern on a technicality too.
Yeah, but, he does. He does. Yeah, on the technicality.
I think the pattern. If we're gonna make up bullshit and say there's a pattern, it's been guest party characters, right?
No, Nidre is he's definitely onto something.
Yeah. As the bean counter, he's the one I'd rely on to find out the algorithm.
Just think about that.
I defer to you.
He set up. He did the integral on the GL first equations.
He's got that data is there.
Yeah, the data's there. Can't argue with that. So Nio for GL first. All right, dope. Brosy's mid. Aiming your band off the face of the planet. Get out of here. Lion, closing thoughts.
Speaking of people who are on things, after that rant about people's armpits earlier, I'm pretty sure.
Why would you bring that up?
Why would you bring that up?
I'm pretty sure that Mino is on a list somewhere.
Oh, he's definitely on a list. That was never in any.
That's a real thing. Did you see the article I linked you, Lion?
Stop.
Lion, I pinged you on Discord.
Stop. Any other closing thoughts? Lion, Jesus. Or was that it?
No.
We're forgetting about one more.
Lion. Read it.
This is the black and white British Michael Jackson signing off.
Educate yourself. Educate yourself.
Oh my god. We're
forgetting about one more thing, right? The Nidre's GL-first rule set that he's made. There is one more. No, this isn't a joke with a punchline. This is a serious point. There's one more FF15 guest that we've forgotten about. And it's, I forget her name, actually. She's pretty forgettable, I guess. Gladio's... Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Iris.
Iris the Demon Slayer that never slay any demons.
Yeah, and you never see her.
Okay.
Could do that.
If it fits the pattern, don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
She did nothing in that game. But okay, wow, that was a
She was technically a guest. So
I don't know how to handle that. Anyways, I'm dropping Lion's YouTube channel in the chat. Y'all better
Lion, you make videos?
go. shut up. Y'all better go subscribe to this man and keep calling him just go call him British, actually, on his recent video. Just make that a thing. Just keep calling him British, even if he isn't. Go. It's cool, dude. My closing thoughts. Honestly, I threw some topics together this morning and then completely forgot anything, and it's a miracle that I was able to string anything together this stream. I don't know. I'm exhausted. I need to get some sleep. I need to do the JP content. I blued Saban. I have his FR, and so expect the Saban video.
Oh, wow.
Soon. Yeah.
Wait, you got his FR is out?
Interesting.
Yeah. Did you
Wait,
just
who's his
back
partner?
8?
8.
Oh shit! I need to go see it, dude. I haven't been keeping up.
I
with
free pulled his FR on both of the free polls.
Yeah.
And I am been bored out of my mind in JP. So I
Did they
was like,
both do Phantom Rush?
Yes, I think it's literally called Double Phantom Rush. So I am confident that Ink in one of these previous ones said it's a fake Phantom Rush and he would hate that. So we need to find that clip because I'm sure he said something like that. Yes, I'm gonna do a save and run. I even I got a 2 out of 5 ultimate weapon for him, and I justified it saying it's gonna go to Tifa when she gets her BT soon. But yeah, we're gonna be some saving boys. We're gonna be looking at that form, doing some deep breathing. C90's kind of weak. Never mind.
Well, that animation
I
sucks.
need the Renoa BT, and I need it now.
Stop simping. As we just simped for a couple minutes straight. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. So thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks chat. Like the video on the way out. Catch you guys later. Edward is awful. Yep, great thing to end the stream.
Chat, y'all are ugly.